ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। All of us together. ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Okay, we'll chant from the end. The first mantra. Yeah, Haraji. Om Athashvalaya Naha.
अथाश्वलाय नः
Bhagavantam Parameshtinam.
भगवन्तं परमेष्टिनम्
Upasametyo Vacha.
उपसमेत्य उवाच
Adhihi Bhagavan.
अधिः भगवन्
Some books will have Bhagavo. Adhihi Bhagavan.
अधिः भगवन्
Brahma Vidyam Varishtham.
ब्रह्मविद्यां वरिष्ठां
Sada Sadbhihi.
सदा सद्भिः
Sevyamanam Nigudham.
सेव्यमानां निगूढां
Yaya Chirat.
यया चिरात्
Sarva Papam Vyapohya.
सर्वपापं व्यपोह्य
Parat Param Purusham Yati.
परात्परं पुरुषं याति
Vidwan.
विद्वान्
Tasmai Saho Vacha.
तस्मै सहोवाच
Pitamahascha.
पितामहश्च
Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yogat.
श्रद्धा भक्ति ध्यान योगात्
Avaihi.
अवैहि
Some books might say Avehi. Both are good. So we entered the Kaivalya Upanishad with the Shanti Mantra, Bhadran Karnebihi. Then student talks Ashvalayanaha. Straight away he asks Brahmaji Parameshtiram. He asks Adhihi Bhagavo, Bhagavan. And Brahma Vidyam Varishta. Straight away he asks that question. So I remember the time when I got first exposed to this Shastram. As I told you, I did not know anything much at all. And so, what do you ask? You don't, you just look at him and you say, very good. What I'm listening to is very good. That's all you can say, maximum. I want to listen some more. That's all you can say. When you don't know what it is all about, you can't say, I want to learn Paravidya. I want to learn Atmavidya. Atmavoda, I want to learn. I want to learn about Brahma. We can't talk like that because at that time I was not qualified to ask like that. And so some analysis has done. Every human being analyzes their life experiences. No person can say I'm not an experienced person. Everybody is an experienced person, whether they have a job or not have a job. In fact, if they don't have a job, they are more experienced, correct? About their life. They only know the sorrows of not having a job, okay? Or having the wrong job. All these problems they know, okay? So therefore, Pariksha Lokan. So everybody has done that Pariksha. And then this Ashvalayana says, Sada, he gives a full definition. Sada Sadbihi Sevyamanam Nigudam. It is secret, he knows that. Secret in what sense also he knows. This Atma, nobody is interested in Atma. Everybody is interested in going to Lulu Mall. So where is Atma? Atma is not available there anyway. So Yaya Achirat Sarva Papam Vyapohya. He is giving the whole definition of Vidya. This Vidya, Palam, everything he is talking about in one sentence. Sarva papam vyapohya. So this guy is not stuck with the idea that, oh, papam is there, I have to do papakshaya, I have to do this puja, that puja, this yajna. He's already doing all that. And he's doing his duty, he must be doing, otherwise this question cannot come. And so then he says, Sarva papam, Sarva papam vyapohya, parat param purusham yati vidwan. He gives the name vidwan to that person. Okay, so then now the teacher has not much choice. Not much choice is left. A teacher, when asked a question like this, a teacher who knows the subject matter has to teach. So he says, Tasmai saho vacha. Saha ha uvacha. We saw all that. Pitamahascha. Because Brahmaji is called Pitamaha, no? Some Pitamaha word is used as reserved for certain people. Bhishma Pitamaha, we say. Then this Brahmaji also is Pitamaha only. So grandfather. All right. Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yogat Avaihi. Avaihi. May you know. May you asked a good question. Yes. You want to know Brahma? Yes. That's a good question. Avaihi. May you know that. Through what? Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yogat. So this is what we were talking about in the last class. And we said, whenever these triplets are sent like this, Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yoga, first we latch on to Shravanam Mananam Nididhyasam. And I told you the story of Yajnavalkya and Maitreyi in Katyayani, where he basically, Maitreyi is really, she's an Adhikari, really speaking. So she asks a very smart question. If you are going to leave all these things and go somewhere, if you are going to leave this great world that you are heading, where people are happy and everything, that means where you are going must give you even greater joy. Like that, she says, and then the teaching starts. And there he tells her exactly the same thing. He says, Shrotavyaha, Mantavyaha, Nididhyasitavyaha. Shrotavyaha, you listen to this. This Shastram has to be listened to. And any books you have read, it's good. You already got some rough idea of what it is. But now it's time for you to listen. Shrotavyaha. Shravanam, it's called Shravanam. Shravanam is a primary pramanam for Advaita Vedanta Shastram. Everything else can help. Everything else can help. But Shravanam is primary. Because this Ahankara is there and it has so many ideas about the universe, about the world, about people, about relationships, and about the self also. And the only way to sublimate this Ahankara is by, as Swamiji says, keeping the Ahankara in suspension. And that can only happen in Shravanam. Shravanam, what we are going to hear is something we never heard before. The Atma is not never heard before. And maximum words we say, some songs we sing. That's about it. And so there's nothing helpless. A student is essentially helpless in class. Some doubts we may have here and there, that's fine. But the whole idea is not known. So the only thing I can do is just listen. And so at that time, Swamiji would say, Ahankara is held in suspension. Ahankara is there very much, but held in suspension. Suspension means it is there. It is gone to the background. And so, Shravanam Kartavyaha, because we are going to talk about something very big and it has to do a tough job. Why tough job? Going against the mainstream. It is going against pravritti. We talked about pravritti and nivritti, and this is opposite of pravritti. Everything is opposite. The message also is opposite. I am useless. No, you are useful. You are more than useful. I'm dying. No, you can't die also. This is the idea. Everything opposite. Shastram is going to say opposite of everything. Therefore, Shravanam Kuru. And Shraddha. So Shraddha is equated to Shravanam. And Shraddha I will explain to you now. Shrat dadhati iti Shraddha. Shrat Satyam dadati iti Shraddha. That which gives us Satyam is called Shraddha, it seems. This is all when they invented all this language, I don't know. This is the definition. Okay, Shrat dadati. Truth. That which gives you the truth is that which makes truth accessible to you is Shraddha. So yesterday we were discussing why should anybody need Shraddha? Shraddha means faith. They translate this as faith. Okay, faith. Let me explain to you what Shraddha is, and then you can tell me if I can translate this word by using the word faith. I have Shraddha in Ishvara. Bhagavan is there. All powerful entity. As a child onwards, I had some Shraddha. This is Ishvara Vidya, Brahma Vidya, Ishvara Vidya. I already know about Bhagavan, but really speaking, I can't point to Bhagavan. Bhagavan is not there at all. Everybody says he's there everywhere, he's there in heaven. All these ideas they are giving. So now I'm a little more confused. Previously, I was not confused as a child, but as an adult, I became a little confused also. That is one problem. Atma ko chodo. Atma is, what is this? Atma is there, they say here it is there inside Atma. What inside Atma? No doctor has told me anything about Atma. And no, nobody has pointed Atma to me. I'm a very practical guy. You know, you tell me something and you show it to me. They say these days in teaching they have the system. It's called show, do, something like that. Feel, they have some words like that. The child, the learning capacity, the learning of the child improves. Simply telling is one thing. Then you tell and then you show some pictures. Then it makes it
Show and tell.
show and tell. Okay. And so show something. Show a picture. Picture is worth 1,000 words. Then make them do also. That is the lab part of it. Lab. For children also, you have to make them do stuff. Play.
Flashcards?
Huh?
You said flashcards?
Yeah, flashcard. There is a term for all that. There is
Yeah.
a term for it. Flashcard is an example. But even pictures are fine. Those days we didn't have flashcards. But A for apple means A. And then apple, you have to show the picture. Then the child will remember it for life.
Visual
All right.
and experiential learning.
Correct. Visual and experiential learning, it is called. And so, Atma is nowhere in the field. क्या बताएंगे? What will you show for Atma? At least Bhagavan, you can say Krishna and Rama and Devi and everything, you can Lakshmi, Ashtalakshmi, everything we have forms. Everything we have forms. No problem. At least there I'm okay. But now they want us to think about Atma. Atma is not available at all. Hundreds of ideas of Atma are available. So it can only lead us to more confusion. Therefore, what else can you do but have what is called Shraddha? Shraddha. We use the word Shraddha in our Shastra. Shraddha Rakho, they will say in Hindi. Shraddhaya Panna. Even music and all, school, going to school and all, lot of Shraddha is needed. Child has a lot of Shraddha. Because the child of lot of Shraddha, his child learns very fast. He doesn't doubt. Do you know, he's talking, does he know mathematics? Does he know algebra? Does he know English? These kind of questions child doesn't have at all. They will just absorb whatever comes because Shraddha. Shraddha is a sponge, is a sponge for the person. So he says, get ready to let go, suspend your ahankara. Don't, all these ideas you have, you just let go. Let go. It's already great. You have asked about Brahma, but you have to let go of all your ideas. So Shraddha is what gives that person that. And because we're all proof seeking people, you need proof, Evidence batao, then only I'll believe what you say. This guy was a blind person, blind from childhood. And then he heard, he's now 50s mein hai, and he heard about a surgery in New York. The new technology improves, And then in New York, if you go, then they will do a surgery which will make you see. This guy has not gone to America. He's heard about America, but he has Shraddha in America, correct? Because America is a progressive, very progressive country, rich country, wealthy country. Everybody is going to America. So he has Shraddha. Without going to America, this guy has Shraddha in America, correct? That is called Shraddha. Just Vriddha Vyavahara it is. Means people talk about it. Then New York. And then some hospital in New York. Some doctor is there. So he ends up in New York. Because blind, the eyesight is so important. So he goes there and they did some work on him. And then he's now blindfolded. He's lying on the bed. And then doctor says, come on, Vikram. Mr. Vikram, not Vikram, Mr. Vikram. They has come. The surgery is successful. Please open your eyes. And you know what he says? Doctor, please prove to me that if I open my eyes, I will see. My eyes will see. Now, this is a dilemma for the doctor. The doctor says, okay, come on. I've done everything. And so I believe that you will see. I believe that you will see. Doctor, you don't know me. You don't know me. I'm a very emotional guy. And I suffered for 50 years. Now I come here. Now you are telling me to do things, and suppose I don't see. I can't handle it. I will just die on this bed itself. Okay. What can the doctor do? Doctor can't do much. He will say, if I were you, I will open your eyes. All this he can talk. This language is in America, it is there. If I were you, I would do this. That is what he can say. If I were you. At least in India, they will just finish the job and just pull the two, as 4 nurses will be there. Usko pakado, come on, pull up the thing, and quietly he will do it and finish up and move on. Next patient is waiting. There are so many patients waiting. And so they'll move on. But America, you can't do all that because the doctor will get sued. So there are certain things which I have to do by myself. Pure Shraddha only. It is based purely on Shraddha. Okay. So here also same thing. That Shraddha gives me the tenacity to pursue this Vidya. It gives me the honesty. The honesty is there and I am going to pursue it. And that intellectual pursuit it is. It gives me the drive. The Shraddha is the engine, is the fuel for me, for the person. And that is why Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Shraddhavan labate jnanam. Famous statement, we all know it. Shraddhavan labate jnanam. That's it. He doesn't say anything. It's a very strong statement. Just by having Shraddha, you will gain knowledge, he says. That shows how important Shraddha is. So Krishna must have borrowed from here also, from our Kaivalya Upanishad. Shraddha comes in many other places. And so that Shraddha in the eyesight is there. Suppose I say, look at the orange in my hand. Can't see properly, but look at the orange in my hand. What I say? Look at the orange in my hand. Beautiful orange. They grow all these oranges in Bangalore. I'm now in Bangalore. So I didn't know they have this orange orchards. And I picked up this orange yesterday, I say. People come, they buy baskets, they buy and go home, take it home. Like that, I say. You know what? You can't accept this statement. Maximum, you will give me benefit of doubt because Guruji cannot be wrong. All these years he's been talking. So you can't be wrong. Benefit of doubt. Why benefit of doubt? Because you already know it's not orange. It's not the orange, the fruit orange. Maybe he said something else. Maybe there is something for glasses. There is some word in English and I did not get that word. This is all benefit of doubt. Pure benefit of doubt. Maximum benefit of doubt you give to the Guruji, to the person who said this. Guruji means for anybody. And so you keep on giving benefit of doubt. Then I say, when you eat this orange and I bite these glasses, then you realize, oh my God, this is a serious case. This is a very serious case, my God. And then you start making calls to each other. What happened to Guruji? Last class he did. No, what was the last class? Thursday he did Mundaka Upanishad, Bhashyam. Oh, I didn't attend the class. Did you all attend? Was he okay that class? Did you have this kinds of problem? Like this, you start talking. Why? Why should you talk like this? Why don't you believe Guruji for a change? That is because you have something called eyes. You have complete Shraddha in your eyes. You know that your eyes will not fail you. Guruji can fail you, but eyes cannot fail you. Any human being can fail you, but eyes cannot fail you. That is 100% Shraddha in the eyes. That's called Shraddha. 100% means 100%. It doesn't matter who says some nonsense. If you say, I can't accept that nonsense. Just because you say it, I can't accept it. Shraddha. So therefore, we don't translate this word into anything. Shraddha is just Shraddha, that's all. And Swami's favorite example is Shraddha can be translated. It's called Shraddha. It's called Shraddha. That's all it is. Maximum. We can do that. So, Shraddha. So today we saw Shraddha. The other day, yesterday, the last class we saw Shravanam. Importance of Shravanam we saw. Through the story of Yajnavalkya Maitreyi. Okay, Bhakti. Bhakti is important because this is Ishvara Vidya. It is. Better be comfortable with Bhagavan. Better get used. It's talking about Bhagavan. And therefore, if I have Bhakti, then it becomes very easy. It becomes easy. Otherwise, what happens? There is always on the back of the mind, there is something stopping me. And Bhagavan is there everywhere. He can be worshipped in any form. If that is clear, then that will bring me to Vedanta. And that is Bhakti. Bhakti is a relationship between the person, us, and Bhagavan Ishvara, Paramatma. And that relationship now is Paroksha relationship. Bhagavan is Paroksha. Because I don't see him anywhere. I don't see her anywhere. I have to invoke her. In every puja, I have to invoke her. Asmin Murtau, Sri Mahalakshmim Dhyayami. Asmin Murtau, Sri Mahaganapatim Avahayami, I have to say. I am bringing Ganesha to this Murti. This is how my idea is. And so, now I have to begin entertaining an Ishvara that I don't have to invoke. Because Ishvara is everywhere. Invocation is for a purpose, important purpose, no doubt. But that's what he's going to talk about. And so that bhakti is going to change from Artha Bhakti, Artharthi Bhakti is there, then Jignasu Bhakti is there. We saw this in Bhagavad Gita. A devotee in distress, then I always devotee. Good times devotee, bad times also devotee. And then Jignasu, a devotee who wants to know the Shastram. Ashvalayana is a Jignasu who, because he already said, Adhihi, he said. Adhihi means, please teach me. Obviously, he's ready. He's ready for it. So, all these are bhaktas. So, the question of is bhakti a means for moksha or jnanam a means for moksha? In our case, it doesn't arise at all. Because we already said, he is already saying Shraddha Bhakti is saying. And we saw last time that jnanam is important. This mistake, samsara is a mistake caused by a mistake I made. And so that cognitive mistake can only be removed by a cognitive correction. And that has to happen only in the brain, in the mind. So bhakti and jnanam go hand in hand. For us, there is no bhakti or jnanam and all. These ideas we don't entertain. It's not there at all. All right. So bhakti. In one of the books, Viveka Chudamani, I think Shankaracharya says, he defines bhakti. Moksha karana samagryam bhakti reva gariyasi. The other day, Ramuji posted it. Okay. Moksha karana samagryam. Among all the things available for moksha, bhakti reva gariyasi. Bhakti is the greatest. Gariyasi. You know. What is that? Name Lakshmana rochate. Api Swarnamayim Lankam. Name Lakshmana rochate. Janani Janma Bhumischa Swargadapi Gariyasi. Rama says that Gariyasi word suddenly brought me that shloka. So he tells, Rama is telling Lakshmana, hey, Api Swarnamayim Lankam. They come to Lanka and they see a dazzling place. It's even better than Ayodhya, it looks like. And so, Api Swarnamayim Lankam. Name Rochate. It doesn't appeal to me. Why? Janani Janma Bhumischa. Mother and motherland. Janma Bhumischa. Swargadapi Gariyasi, he says. Greater than Swarga also. Like that he says. Anyway, here he says, Bhakti Reva Gariyasi. Bhakti is the greatest cause. Moksha Karana Samagriyam. And then what? He defines Swaswarupanu Sandhanam Bhakti Riti Abhidhiyate. Swaswarupanu Sandhanam, he says. Means Swaswarupam. Knowing yourself is the greatest bhakti. Your bhakti should be directed towards knowing yourself. Whatever bhakti you have, you direct yourself. Direct it towards knowing yourself. In our puja, it's a famous, I keep quoting it all the time. Deho devalayah proktaha, jivo devas sanatanaha, tyajed ajnana nirmalyam, soham bhavena pujayet. Very, very interesting. It is. Soham bhavena pujayet. See, do the puja with the think that Bhagavan is not out there, he's there. I'm not different from Bhagavan. With that attitude, you do the puja. Like that, it says there. So, bhakti. But so bhakti idea is going to be the idea of bhakti, Dvaita bhakti to Advaita bhakti. Okay. Bhakti, I think that should be enough for bhakti. Then dhyana. So earlier, what did we say? Shravanam, mananam. Bhakti equated to mananam. It gives you this ability to assess, analyze, rationally think through what was said in Shravanam. All of us, every human being has that capacity. Because logic, rationality is there. Nobody can believe things that are totally illogical. And even the illiterate person will say, yeah, what are you saying? Like that somehow, through some action, he will say, okay. And so that is mananam, clarifying all doubts. All right. Dhyanam, we said, last class, we said nididhyasanam. Nididhyasana. So once it is understood, once the Upadesha is given and understood, then Swami Tattvavidanandaji gives this example. Once the person has understood that this is not a snake, it's a rope, understood, then fear is gone. But still the trembling is there in the hand. Like this. Because years of this behavior is there. Panic constantly, trembling will be there. But the guy is a jnani, all right. But the jnani has to do some what is called dhyanam, nididhyasanam, that he has to do to tell himself, yeah, convince himself, yeah, this is a rope, this is a rope. There's nothing for me to fear. In our case, it is not that example. That is just an example. But in our case, this is a body. The body will undergo all these problems. I am a trustee of this body. I am not equal to body. Body is Jadam. I am Chaitanam. There is a world of difference between the two. And so, like that, I have to remind myself. I know it all, but I have to remind myself. That is Nididhyasanam we saw. And so that mindset, in the dream, I look at the dream world and the dream experience as a real experience. In dream, it's real to me. Everything I think of is real to me. But then, fortunately, there is another world called a waking world, Jagrada Avastha. Fortunately, so that I can come out of it and say, oh, it was a dream. Thank God it was a dream. Fortunately, it is there. Because we want sweet dreams. Everybody goes to sleep saying sweet dreams, and all that. Because there's always an anxiety that it may not be sweet, I think. That's why they say sweet dreams. Sweet dreams, good, nice. That's the way to go to sleep. Ramaskandam Hanumantam Vainiteyam Vrukodaram Shayane Yasmare Nityam Duswapnam Tasya Nashyati. That is what comes to my mind. Duswapnam Tasya Nashyati. You chant this Hanuman mantra, etc. Then Tasya Nashyati. With that Shraddha, you go and sleep well. And I'm saying this out of experience. My mother will say, will wake me up at 12 o'clock. I'm not able to sleep. And how much medicine can you give? There's a limit to all these things. Then I came up with something. And I said, Amma, let's all chant together. We do it every day. 9, 8:30, 9:45, 9, we will sit together and chant this mantra. 3 times we will chant. And then sleep, you will have no problem. Believe it or not, after that, she is only occasionally she will say, I have not slept. I can't sleep. Then I'll say, no problem. Here is a medicine. Sleep. Then you will sleep after that. So this Ramaskandam works. Works. Definitely it works. So fortunately, this waking state is there, through which I can look at the dream world and say, that's not real. It appeared real. Swakale Satyavad Bhati. And that time it appeared real. Prabodhe Satya Sat Bhavet. So once I wake up, I look at it as unreal. Unreal, it's easy to say, but during that time, it was not unreal. I was shivering, I was sweating. When I woke up, it was all wet. That's why we don't use the unreal word, we don't use in our translations. It is false. It is apparently existing, apparently real. We can use so many words. Swakale Satyavad Bhati. It appeared like real for me during that time. Then after waking up, I can dismiss it completely. All right. Now Shastram is saying, okay, this you say is real. Vyavaharika Satyam, it's called. There is something called Paramarthika Satyam. That's why Shraddha is needed. Okay, I don't know anything about Paramarthika Satyam. I have to have Shraddha in the Shastram. I have to have Shraddha in who is speaking, who is talking, everything. Shraddha, all the way I need Shraddha. And so in our Mundaka, the Shraddha is developed by giving that Brahmaji's teaching. Brahma, Devanam Pratama Sambhuva, then Sab Brahma Vidyam Atharvaya, like that it comes. So he taught his eldest son. The same Vidya that I am studying now was taught by Brahmaji. So that because that bhakti is there and everything is already there, so it says the reverence comes and reality comes to this Vidya. So he's saying here, Shraddha, this is a very cryptic sentence. Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yoga Tavehi. That is just a Samsheka Vakyam it is. Means a cryptic statement which I'm going to explain in the rest of the Upanishad. That is the meaning. So just those words he's using here. Yogat, I told you the other day. Shraddha Yogat Avaihi. Bhakti Yogat Avaihi. Dhyana Yogat Avaihi. Yoga here means discipline. By the discipline of, I don't know how to translate this yoga. By the discipline is enough for now. Discipline, attitude. By that mindset, Shraddha mindset, you please learn what I'm going to tell you now. Means you invoke all that thing. It's a sacred inquiry. Don't just drop off everything and come here. It's all there. Everything was meant for you. You bring it all with you. And then there are certain things you have to give up. I'll tell you when to give up. You will understand. Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yogat Abhaihi. All right. What time is it? All right. Then let's chant the next sloka. The translation you already have, so I don't have to tell you. Na karmana na prajaya dhanena.
न कर्मणा न प्रजया धनेन
त्यागे नैके अमृतत्वमानशुः.
त्यागे नैके अमृतत्वमानशुः.
So what happened, Shanti? You're not able to find it, is it?
Yes, Guruji.
You can't find it?
Yeah. In the PDF doesn't have it.
The PDF
Yeah,
it is
the
not
PDF
there.
doesn't have it. Yeah, that one mantra was missing.
Yeah. Mantra 2 to mantra 3 is, I think this is skipped. It is not there.
Okay, I'll see online.
The karmana,
The first
karma is
one.
missing.
The
No, it is
PDF for
there, no?
notes, the PDF for notes.
This
is
the
part of
PDF.
Words I have told you. Na karmana, na prajaya. Fifth word, dhanena. Next, tyage naike. Tyage naike. Exactly two words. I'll explain later. Tyage naike. Amrutatvam. 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 And you can correct it when I explain it. Anashuhu. 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 And later on, you can correct the spellings and all that once you get a chance to see it. Then Parena Nakam. That you have. Very good. That you have. So Priya ji has sent it in this thing also. All right. Don't worry. We're going to go word by word. So next one. We have to chant this one, I think, right? Na karmana na prajaya dhanena.
न कर्मणा न प्रजया धनेन
Tyage naike.
त्यागे नैके
Amritatvama
अमृतत्वमानशुः.
Parenanakam
परेण नाकम्
Nihitam Guhayam
निहितं गुहायां
Vibhrajate
विभ्राजते
Yadyatayo Vishanti.
यद्यतयो विशन्ति.
Once again. Na karmana na prajaya dhanena.
न कर्मणा न प्रजया धनेन
Tyage naike amritatvama
त्यागे नैके अमृतत्वमानशुः.
Parenanakam nihitam guhayam
परेण नाकं निहितं गुहायां
Vibhrajate yadyatayo vishanti.
विभ्राजते यद्यतयो विजन्ति.
Yeah.
धन्यवादः.
So some of you will recognize this mantra because this is chanted often in many in many homas and all, they will chant sometimes.
Sannyasa
Sometimes.
Sukta.
For the Purna Kumbha, you invite to
And
Swami home for Diksha
yeah,
Vandana.
yeah, exactly. So many of you know this. Purna Kumbha. When you invite a sannyasi home or to an ashram can invite a sannyasi. What they will do is they will give a Purna Kumbha. Purna Kumbha means a vessel on a plate with some certain things are all there: fruits, flowers, rice, and then some mango leaves, coconut. There's a traditional way of doing all this. And so with kumkum chandan will be there. That is given to this sannyasi. Okay. And then they chant this, na karma na prajaya. Next mantra also is going to come. This is going to come. It's a tradition. And you will see the meaning of this. So that is from Mahanarayana Upanishad. Same mantra is there in that Upanishad and it is chanted. So there is sannyasa mantra. So sometimes they will say sannyasa mantra, immediately they will chant this. That is the clue, this is the trigger, sannyasa mantra. And so why is it said like this? Sannyasa mantra, because na karmana na prajaya na dhanena tyagena eke. Only by tyaga, this so-called immortality, liberation, moksha can be gained. Amritatvam. That's what he's saying. The tyaga is highlighted in this. So previously, what did he say? Shraddha, Bhakti, Dhyana. Okay, they are the main mukhya pramanam, mukhya sadhanam. Then tyaga, accompanied by tyaga. That is the essence of this mantra. Okay. So let's see. Tyaga. Why tyaga we know now? Because Purusharthas we have seen Artha, Kama, Dharma. Pravritti Margaha. All are karma phalam based. Karma phalam. Okay. So pursuit. By doing something only, you will get artha. By doing something only, I will get kama. By doing something only, I get punyam, dharma. And therefore, this getting cycle is there. I'm now get used to the idea that this getting cycle is not going to end ever. You can get great things. You may not get great things. You may have to wait a long time to get great things. You may have to suffer also. I may have to suffer before I get great things. And this goes on and on. It's going on and on. Even Indra is insecure in Indraloka. He is insecure because his position he wants to maintain. Like our politicians want to secure their positions. Therefore, this is going to continue in all lokas. We've seen all these people fighting in other lokas also. Therefore, different experiences, but same, this insecurity will be there. Same insecurity. So, now what tyaga I have to do? Tyaga, I can do tyaga of what? This idea that somehow by doing some very good karma, I can get moksha. Very good karma is required to get punyam. Punyam is required for me to get these circumstances, to get exposed to that which is not subject to punyam and papam. Atma is not subject to punyam and papam. All along I've been thinking I am subject to punyam and papam and I want to gain punyam. Okay, and I want to do papakshaya. This is my mindset. And they are going to say, Shastram is going to say, Atma is not subject to punyam and papam at all. Now what will I do? Therefore, tyagena eke. This mindset has to be rejected. Literally rejected. I slowly learn to give up and finally reject it. That mindset has to be rejected. And that's why all this vairagyam and all comes. Vekam, vairagyam is such a big thing for us because vairagya is also physically letting go of things that I was enamored by, all the things I liked, all the great trips I wanted to make, this, that, all the great trips, let them be. Glad you've done all the trips. Now at least I don't need to go to these great trips because that will be another trip only. It will be another trip. There's a trip, the quote unquote trip it is. And I learned that's in America also. Trip. You go on he's going on a trip. Means this is going to take you on a trip. Means be careful. It'll be like chasing your own tail. That's what it is. And so Tyaga, it's a very loaded word here. It's a lot of, we can give a lot of meanings. And because sannyasa and Tyaga go together, a sannyasa has given up, quote unquote, given up family, given up relationships, given up with them and all that. And so the sannyasa is supposed to just study. What is that? So vidvat with vividisha sannyasa is there. Correct? Vividisha means to become a sannyasa in order to study. Focused time I need on this. Because now it's opposite of everything I've heard of, everything I know of. And so I need to focus myself. Therefore, sannyasa ashrama, brahmachari onwards, culmination is sannyasa ashrama. But now some of us are going to get scared. My God, I registered for this course and now sannyasa talk is coming. What is Guruji have in mind? This Upanishad, let's Google. I want to do Google. I want to do chat GPT. Tell me everything about Kaivalya Upanishad. What is this happening? Tell me full. So that in English so I can understand. Before itself. Because now it's only 2 months since I joined. And better I know all the truth now itself. And let me decide whether this course is for me or not. Hey, we should not get afraid like that. Our culture is there. Sannyasas are our own people. There are our own people. They also studied like us only. Okay. They also suffered like us also. They also had grasas like us only. They only became sannyasi. Nobody else can become sannyasi. God doesn't come and become sannyasi. Okay. Sannyasa is meant for us only. And so, but here it is not that mukhya sannyasa. It is not that ashrama sannyasa. Not the Kashaya Vastra Sannyasa, Sannyasa, Antara Sannyasa, not Bahya Sannyasa. First, let's understand Antara Sannyasa. Antara Sannyasa. Because I can change my dress and become a sannyasi. And what does Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita? Hey, look, Sannyasastu Mahabaho Dukkham Aptum Ayogataha. Because Arjuna wants to go off to Rishikesh. So Krishna is quietly saying, hey, you can take to sannyasa, all right. But without being ready for it, if you take to sannyasa, in the 3rd chapter, it says, Dukkham aptum ayogataha. 3rd or something, 5th, I don't know now. Dukkham aptum ayogataha. That is ayoga. That is, if you have not gone through the discipline of karma yoga, prasada buddhi and ishwararpana buddhi must be there to a large extent. And I must be exposed to Vedanta Shastram. Then only sannyasa will help me. The ashrama will help me. Because now my mind is all set. I'm ready. Otherwise, I'll take to sannyasa. And then I will start getting into politics. I'll start organizing all the sannyasas into some organization. This kind of stuff will happen. Then I'll say things like the government is not helping sannyasis. Look at the lifestyle of all the sannyasis. Can't the government do a little bit? How much money it is spending? Like this, I'll start thinking. Arjuna definitely will start thinking like that. Because he's a Kshatriya, he's a fighter. And fighter can't sit and become a sannyasi and all. Therefore, Antara Sannyasaha, that's what is being talked about here. We have to interpret it like that. Those days, yeah, Shankara's time, you can say sannyasa. And people will accept it because sannyasa was the norm also. And a person who is a Viveki will just walk away and become a sannyasi also. All these things used to happen those days. But now, let's get the spirit of it. Spirit of the word Tyaga. Sannyasaha. Antara Sannyasaha. Because Bhajagovindam, he says, Suramandira Tarumula Nivasaha. Suramandira Tarumula Nivasaha. Shayya Bhutalam Ajinam Vasaha. He's saying, Christ saying, Suramandira Taru Mula Nivasaha. Hey, this guy is going to sleep in temples. He's going to sleep under trees. Taru Mula, at the root of the tree, is going to sleep. Nivasa, Shayya. Then what is his bed? Some skin, some leaves, big leaves, banana leaves, whatever. Bhutalam, right? Otherwise, no, this thing also. Blanket, bed, cushion, nothing is there. Like that, he says there. Okay. So very kasya sukam nat karoti viragaha. And there he explains viraga. That is, once the guy decides he doesn't need any comfort. Comfort is good to have, no doubt. Have comfort, but it is not there. I'm not going to complain if the guy says, then kasya sukam na karoti. How will the person not be happy? Like that is asked. Okay. And so there is this idea of sannyasa and tyaga that is being talked about in all shastrams. But here today, no, even sannyasis, modern day sannyasis also live in good places. Let's accept all this. These are all facts. Sannyasis say that. They accept the fact this is how it is right now. And so that antara sannyasa has to be highlighted here. And actually where you live and what dress one wears and all is not important. Okay, like that we have to understand. So that's all about sannyasa tyaga. So let's come back to na karmana, the first few words of this mantra. The verb in this mantra is anashuhu. 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 Anashuhu means prapnuvanti, gain. Okay. Gain. Gain means what? Who gains? Who gains? Eke. Eke. Look at the word. Tyage naike amritatvamanashuhu. The tyagena and eke are two words sitting together like that. You just break it apart and say tyagena eke amritatvam anashuhu. Who gained? Eke. Eke means some people. Eke. Some people. Some people gain anashuhu. Okay. All right. What do they gain? Amritatvam. Amritaha. Mrita is the idea of death. Amritaha, deathlessness. Deathless is called, non-death is called amritaha. Amritatvam, the state of deathlessness, the state of immortality, all that is called amritatvam. And that also, why I said Shraddha, now you should add this also. Because the deathless state, we don't know. We know that everything is coming and changing and passing away. Living beings come and pass away. And all the other things also of this universe also, asti jayate, they also are made, they also change, they also disintegrate and fall apart. Everything falls apart. Therefore, this Amritattvam is also a new idea. Shastram can't give an example to Amritattvam. How can it give an example? Because there is nothing like that. There is nothing everything is Mrita. Everything is Anityam. And so, that's why I need Shraddha for this. Fortunately, Aham Atma Amritaha. Fortunately, Aham. I don't have to look around for this Amrit. And if we read too many Amarchitra Katha comics, we would think of Amrit as something sitting in a pot. Somebody made Amrit. And we all, in Tamil also we say, how is this payasam? Oh, Amrita Mari irukku. Means it's like Amrita. As though we know a lot about Amrita. We know nothing about Amrita, but we say Amrita Madri irukku. It's like Amrita, it seems. So it's good. It is there in the language. Okay. So Amritatvam Anashuhu. Eke Amritatvam Anashuhu. Some people get Amritatvam, liberation, moksha. Okay, that is what it says. Now let's fill up the blanks. Na karmana. Karmana eke amritatvam na anashuhu. Very simple. Those people who are getting moksha not by karma. Means what? Not by dharma, artha and kama. Purushartha we now know. And so everything can be used in terms of that we can talk about. And so not by dharma, artha and kama. That's why we say dharma also is a golden shackle. Dharma is very important for a human being. But like Nachiketa, we should become Anyatra Dharmat, Anyatra Dharmat. This boy knows. Dharma is good, important, critical, but it's a golden shackle. I need to go beyond Dharma. That's what he says. So therefore here, na karmana. Because karma will give karma phalam. And karma is finite, parichinnam. Therefore, karma phalam is parichinnam. Therefore, whatever I get from karma has to be finite. But finite is not acceptable. Finite is anityam. It will come, great. When it comes, I am happy. Then when it goes away, I am not happy. This not happy, happy, not happy, happy is going to continue. Therefore, na karmana. Correct? Then, same thing. Now you have to do prajaya. Na prajaya. Eke prajaya amritatvam na anashuhu. Correct. I think you are getting it, right? Eke na anashu. Separate sentences you can say. Prajaya. Now the question is, what is prajaya? That can be a question. Prajaya na anashu. But what is praja? Prakarshena jayate iti praja. So, generally referring to children, one's own children, praja. But refers to everybody. Swamiji makes this point. Anybody who helps me, anybody who gives me security is praja. People. First karma, then people, relationships, everything. Praja. All the people who are doing seva for my happiness. Okay. For me to be happy, I can't be happy. I need so many people to do seva for me. Home seva, office mein seva karte hain. Outside people are there to serve you. Shops are there, people are there, offices are there. So all they are all praja. He is saying prajaya na anashuhu. Praja means by praja, through praja. Somehow if I have this idea that somehow my children will protect me. Today everybody knows, all senior citizens know. Children protection, not possible. They themselves need protection. How they can need protect me? Please tell me. They themselves are not a bit confused. And I am sad that they are confused. And then I want him to protect me. How is it possible? Please tell me. It's not possible. We have to be practical here. Very, very practical. Here they say, okay, you keep your relationship. Fine. Everybody has to be happy. If you are not happy, we can't study the Shastra. Okay. So minimum amount of joy must be there in life. Then only I can study all this. But don't be ready. Be ready for the message that is coming. That's what he's saying. Na prajaya anashuhu na anashuhu. Prajaya na anashuhu. And don't know, Guruji, how can you say that? Only if you have children, you don't know, Guruji, you don't have children. But if you have children, you will know, you will get a lot of vairagya. Vedanta becomes very easy when you have children, because we get all this anxiety and all we have from a young age, and we run to the Shastram. Like that you might say, okay, you say whatever you want to say, but Shastram says na prajaya. Na prajaya. And so all this, this idea is there. So it's a Vedic culture. So putraha, putaha trayate iti putraha. The one who protects me from naraka is called putraha. That is the definition of putraha. Put means narakam.
Punnamno narakatrayate iti putraha.
Narakatrayate. Can you believe that the words itself are solid? I think, thank God, we don't know the meanings of these words. And otherwise, we have to be, we can't, we have to be really living this Vedic life. And so, my son will do tarpanam to me when I go. This idea is all there. Correct. It is the duty of the son to do all this. Correct. If he has to help himself, he has to do tarpanam. Correct. But somehow I am going to become better because he has to do tarpanam. This is all vague. That's wrong idea actually. Yeah, you teach the children to do tarpanam. You have to do tarpanam to all of us and walk away from there. Somehow my life is going to be better because he is going to do tarpanam. Hey, this is an unending cycle. So you do your duty and move on. Be role models and move on. Na prajaya. Right away with the bang he's starting. Na karmana. Na prajaya. Because karma and praja means pravritti marga. Pravritti marga. Dharma artha kama marga. And Swamiji uses a word for it. He gives all these acronyms. He says port. Port. Port means what? Possessions, obligatory duties, relationships, and transactions. Swami Paramarthanandaji says it. It means I'm going to be a busy guy. That's why everybody is busy today. I think busy. That's why I never ask people whether you are busy. I don't ask the question because it's like saying, are you breathing? Are you breathing? What kind of question is this? Are you breathing means what? Of course I'm breathing. Are you busy is exactly like that. I do never say, are you busy? I know you must be busy. I want a few minutes of your time. That's it. That makes it very clear. We are coming to the point. Otherwise, then that person has to think, should I say I'm busy or I'm not busy? Why create a conflict in other people's minds? So accept the fact that that person is busy. All right. So that possessions, obligatory duties, relationships, and transactions. That is Swamiji's way of saying it. Port. So I am fully occupied, constantly occupied from morning to evening. It will not give me time for that Shraddha. We said Shravanam. Shravanam, we need time. And that too, quality time is needed for Shravanam. That's why many people I say, if you're busy in the morning or evening your time for these classes, for some reason you became busy, don't attend the class. It's all right. These days recording is available. You do what you're supposed to do it properly. Be happy. You have to do grocery. I forgot to get these things. Tomorrow I have to cook. Go get that grocery. That is so important. So I know at least I can focus on that. Happily I do that. The class can wait. Because class also needs undivided attention. You have to be happy when you attend a class. Okay, very happy. And so I got something out of it. So the presence of mind must be there. So port keeps us eternally occupied. Possessions, obligatory duties, relationships, and transactions. Transaction is other Laukika transaction. So that is why na karmana, na prajaya. I've got about 9 minutes left. Is this correct time? All right. Then Dhanena. This we should expect, I think. Why we should expect? Because we studied Kathopanishad. And Yamadharmaraja offered a lot of goodies to Nachiketa. Okay. And then then he said, what did he ask? He asked the third bone. So Yayam Prete Vichikitsa Manushye Astityeke Nayam Astiti Chaike. He's asking about Atma. Tell me about Atma. Straight away pointed question. And he says, Devayratrapi Vichikitsitam Pura. Yama wanted to try his luck. He said, let's send him home with some goodies. And even gods can't understand all this stuff. And so, Nahi Suvigyayam Anuresha Dharmaha. This Dharma is Anu. This is Sukshma. What you're asking is very subtle. And it's a dangerous path, okay? And so, Mamo Porotsihi, don't pressure me with all these questions. It won't help. Neither it will help me nor it will help you. Then again, Nachiketa comes and says, Devayatrapi Vichikitsitam Kila. This Nachiketa is playing judo now. He says, did you say Devas don't understand it? Then that is exactly what I want. Look at this boy's thinking. Did he say that? That's what he said. Devayratrapi Vichikitsitam Kila, he says. That's it. Not only that, this Atma, you are the guy who's running after all Atmas all over the world. You are the only guy who ought to know about Atma, correct? All these lives that people go through. You are the guy who has the accounts of everybody. And who else better than you? I've come all the way to Yamaloka. To go back with some horses and goodies and kingdoms? Is that what you want? You're telling me? Sorry, that's not acceptable to me. That's it. That itself is the grand statement. And then this Nachiketa justifies. Na vitte na tarpaniyo manushyaha. He says that, hey, vittam. Vittam means dhanam. This dhanam is vittam there, right? Vittam means cash. And so, and na vitte na tarpaniyo manushyaha, he says. He's telling Yama, I know all the things you have given me, it's all wealth. But the human being can never be satisfied by wealth. Wealth is needed for basics. You need wealth, no doubt. But you give him more and more and more, he will ask for more and more and more. He will make life miserable for himself and for everybody else also. Na vittena tarpaniyo manushyaha. Then he says, anyway, when I go back home, you're not going to send me empty-handed. You're going to give me this bag, right? They give this bag on the way. What is some bag they call it? Some goodie bag or something like that. You're going to give me a goodie bag, and your goodie bag is not like those people who give some cookies and fruits and all that. It is going to be much better. Yama's goodie bag is going to be good, really good. That is enough for me to survive. Okay, I'll survive with that. You can't just go and then suddenly some meteor hits me and I'll die. It's not possible because you're sending me back home. I know that. If that is going to happen, you'll do whatever it takes to get me out of that. That also I know. So I don't have to waste my third boon asking for all these silly things. And therefore, na vittena, there he says here, na dhanena, na dhanena. And while we are at it, talking about wealth, vittam, remember the Maitreyi Yajnavalkya dialogue where he began teaching Maitreyi at that point where he's talking about Atmanastu Kamaya Sarvam Priyam Bhavati. Okay, he does that. Somewhere there he also says, you know what, I written it down. He said, Amritasya tu nashasti vitteneti. Okay, Amritasya nasha asti vittena. Nasha is not nasha. Na asha asti vittena. Vittena, by wealth. Amritasya asha na asti. There is no hope of amritatvam through wealth. That is what Yajnavalkya, the great king of emperor of India, is telling his wife, Maitreyi. There also Vittam comes. So na vittena is there, na dhanena here, and Nachiketa Kathopanishad also, vittena na tarpaniyaha. So we have made some connections there. And then that sloka Amritatvam also is there in this particular Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Amritasya asha nasti vittena. By wealth, this Amritatvam is not possible. That's what he says there. So same word, two words here is coming there also. Amritatvam is coming there in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. All right. So, na dhanena tat tyagena eke amritatvam anashuhu. Some people gain amritatvam, gain moksha by tyaga alone, tyagena, tyaga. Then, parena nakam nihitam guhayam. Okay. Then another he gives. Nakam parena. What is this amritatvam? Can you tell me a little more? And people go to heaven. Heaven is a very desirable place. Everybody goes to heaven. Now I understand. Oh, now I understand why I should also seek to go to heaven. Okay, I got confused. I thought I can make it here, and somehow, and I forgot about heaven, and so then I must go to heaven. Then he says, "This nakam is swarga." Okay, nakam means swarga. What is nakam? Pareda nakam. Kam means sukham. Kam is sukham. Akam is opposite of sukham, dukkham. Got it so far? Kam is sukham, akam is dukkham, na akam is nakam, na akam, na dukkham. So nakam means a place where there is no dukkham at all is equal to swargam. Nakam means swargam. Nakam parena. That is, parena is a particular word which says superior to swarga also, greater than swarga also. If you have this idea of going to Vaikuntha and Kailasa and all, and then it is superior to Swarga also. That is what he's saying here. Parena nakam. And then the question comes. Parena nakam means, oh, Vaikuntha, these people all, Vishittadvaitis are all stuck in Vaikuntha. You don't know, Advaita Vedanta is going to tell me something which is even better than Kailasa and Vaikuntha, correct? What else is possible? Then he says, not like that. Parena nakam nihitam guhayam. Nihitam guhayam. That thing that you are seeking is right there in your own buddhi. Guha means buddhi guha. Buddhi guha, it is very much there in yourself. Nihitam, situated, placed, existing. Guhayam. Guha is a technical word they use in the Shastram all the time. We saw it in Kathopanishad also. Guhayam, Nihitam. It is there very much. That word that you are seeking is not out there. It is there in you. Sometimes these statements you see. Heaven is inside you, they say. And like this, you have all these words. They're all coming from our Shastram only. Nihitam guhayam. Vibhrajate yad yatayo vishanti. So I'll do one thing. I'll stop now. 7:30 here. We'll complete it in the next class. So you can see how many ideas is compressed here. Na prajaya, na karmana, na dhanena, tyagena. Okay, amrutatvam is there. Then nakam parena, greater than swarga. It's greater than swarga. Nihitam guhayam. It is very much there in you. Means what? You are what you're seeking. These ideas come from here only. I am what I am seeking. I already am what I am seeking. I'm not going to become what I am seeking. Because I already am. Because I exist here and now. Therefore, it's going to be a question of Shravanam, Jnanam. I don't know this important fact. And therefore, Bhagavan Adihi, may you teach me. Good. I'll conclude with the other words in the next class. Vibhrajate yadyatayo vishanti. Om Apadamapahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Sriramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham Kale Varshatu Parjanyah Prithvi Sasyashalini Deshoyam Kshobarahitah Brahmanas Santu Nirbhayaah Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om